Hi YouTubers, welcome back to part 5, and as you can see it's persisting down again, but I'll need to crack on. I've cleaned up my gas bottle, which is quite surprising how thick the paint is on these. I don't want them to rot. I've put a hole in it, we can always go up, you know, if we need it to breathe more. Cleaned up the exhaust there. That will be on there like that. So it's a matter of welding it on there. I think it'll look pretty good once it's all black and all the rest. I think it'll do the job. Right, so that's it. That's welded on, finished up. I think that looks bloody good for a gas bottle. There we go. Saved a few quid there. I'll blow a bit of black on it and we'll have a look what it looks like then. There you go, looks pretty damn good to me. There you go. What do you reckon? I reckon that's come out pretty well, considering it's just a it's a argon bottle. I think you'd be hard pushed to find something better to do it with.
Apart from natural exhaust, obviously.
Yeah, well, you're not going to buy an exhaust, are you?
Not for them prices.
No, for a throwaway item. There we go, that's done. There we go. A little rev. Right, rev it up a bit. Well, still messing around with this thing. Took the handlebars back off. Found another set that was on Tommy's push bike. Sort of nicked them. He had a set on his xl250 and then took them off, put them on his push bike and put some XL ones on his bike. So I've been and nicked them back off his push bike and we'll stick them on there. That'll make it a bit better. I actually bought on eBay some levers, brand new. There was 5 of them for £19, £19.99 or whatever. Job lot of them, all brakes for XLs. So what I'll do, I'll stick one on one way, one on the other way, and when I get a brake cable, we're laughing, we've got clutch and brake for a minute. So I'm gonna stick these other handlebars on and I'll show you when I put them on. There's a new set of handlebars on it. Well, not new, but better than what we had. Seems I've nicked them off Tom's push bike. Put a lever on for the brake when I get a cable. We put that one on upside down so we can try the clutch. And the clutch is fine. Clutch works perfect, nice and soft. I am really debating about taking this engine out and putting it on the bench. I don't know if it's, the noise, it's either cam chain, although I've tried adjusting it, but the cam chain's stretched. I'm just not happy with it. I can see me pulling it out at some point, putting it on the bench and stripping it. We'll reset them again, we'll set them properly, but I've got a feeling it's coming out, which won't matter. There's loads of other jobs to do on it. As you can see, there's all that mess. There's bits we've still got to get for it, but we're getting there. We're gradually working around it. Hey Bob. And that exhaust looks brilliant. And to you. Yeah, neighbours have to talk to you while you're videoing. Hey ho. Right then, yeah, we're getting somewhere with it. Well, there's an hour of my life I'm not going to get back. Taking them footrests off, the ones that was on the back shocks. What a pain up the arse they was. There's the tools I was using to get it off. What a nightmare. One, I take the split pin out of that broke. That's to hammer that out. These had been crushed in a bit, so you couldn't even get on the bolt. So I needed to take that out, and the pin broke. Knock it out, then knock this open, so I could get a socket on it. But we have two spares now. I didn't like them on there, it didn't look right. Looks a lot better now. Right, I'll find another job to do. Well, that's the back brake connected up. That works fine. It's all got to come apart anyway, but for now it's working. This I've been looking for days. I knew I'd got two of them. I eventually found it. It was in there. So I've reached the point where everything's such a mess. Bench is a mess. There's boxes everywhere. There's just clutter everywhere. So it's Saturday today. So I think tomorrow, if the weather's alright, come up, I'm going to have a good sort out and organise myself. Because at the minute, everything you touch, you knock stuff over. I always put the tools away though. Make sure everything goes away. But there's just so much clutter at the minute. I've got to sort it out. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, today's progress has been good. We're getting there. So I'll come up early and had a bit of a tidy up. So everything's back as it should be. I also noticed when we was doing this wire, I've just spotted that there's a red wire sticking out from that lot. So I'm going to peel that lot back and see if we found what the battery connects to. And there is what I used for the exhaust. One of them. And as you can see, they actually work a treat. So if you got some and you're in trouble, use one of them. They're brilliant. Well, I peeled that crap back, and yes, I have found the wires. I didn't think I had, but I wondered where they'd gone, but yeah, we've got them. And these are looking a bit shabby here. That green there. So that could do with soldering up, rejoining. And I'm really tempted to pull that off. I'm really tempted. I've got a clean bench now. I just don't know what to do. What do you think I should do? You think I should pull it off? Find out what that noise is? Or just keep going around, checking things, finding things? Well, you know what I'm like, can't help myself. It's got to come off. Cracked off all these top ones. Surprisingly, they all come undone. I've just got to take them out. Maybe I have to take the coil off. Decompressor's got to come off, and then we should be able to just pop it up and have a look what's in there. Right, let me carry on a minute. So right, what I'm doing now, every bolt I take out, I place into a cardboard, so I know where everything will go when it goes back together, which hole, which bolt. So that's what I'm going to do now. Some of you guys will know where I'm like. If I've cleared the bench, it means there's going to be action. Right, I've got 3 more to take out. My suspicions with this engine, either the cam's worn, the rockers are worn, or both, or the timing chain is worn. And the only way we're going to find out is to take them 3 bolts out. Anyone who's following the channel, the white XL that we've been doing, the 125, which I bought with no logbook or title, I've eventually got it. It's took a few months, but I've got a logbook for it now, and it's on a T-reg, so that'll make it tax and MOT exempt. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this a second. Right, I suppose you're going to get to see what I'm going to see as well. If I can get the bleeder off. It must be on dowels. It's coming up. I don't know if the cam's coming with it. Why ain't it coming off? Well, there we go. Whoop. Gonna get this off here now. Let it come out. Wrong then. That looks alright. Them look fine. And the cam looks fine. What's the chain like? There we go. There's where all the noise is coming from. I think the cam chain's making all the noise. But what a bonus. All that's okay. Just I don't know, that might be worn. Yeah, I'm not sure. Right, I'll have a closer look. So now we know what's up, might as well dump the oil out of it, because it's got to come out anyway. We'll see if there's any metal bits in it.
See how much scrap we can weigh in.
Yeah, see if there's any scrap in there. Right, I'm going to undo that then, Tom, and
You'll have to get me the ugga dugga.
yeah, I don't need an ugga dugga. Right, we'll dump the oil out of it and have a look. See what comes out then. There we go. Pretty black. There doesn't seem to be any sparkles in it. I'm happy about that. Right then, where should we go next with it? What do you reckon, Tom?
I don't know. Depends if you want to go for cosmetics now. Whilst you got the opportunity.
Yeah.
You could do the repaint back forks.
Forks?
Shocks.
Forks? Yeah, I'm glad I brought him up right, and I. Anyway, we'll find something to do. So I found the next job, and that's that. Yeah, that's broke off from the heat shield. I tried drilling it, it's rock hard, so all I'm going to do is just nip it through with a grinder here and here, take the whole lot off. Either we'll weld another nut on it when we get round to that, when we need to fit the heat shield. Now, give me a second. There you go, little nib with the grinder, and it's off. And then you can see why it wouldn't undo. All the rust behind it, it's just locked it in solid. We could have pissed around for I don't know how long trying to drill it and all the rest, but this took seconds, and it'll take seconds to replace it. So that's what we've done. Right, so this has got to come off to fit the new cam chain. So I've cracked everything off here. Just a matter of undoing everything. I have to take that out, undo the bolt there to take, so the casing can come off. So let me crack on, get this casing off. I've ordered a cam chain. We'll see how long that takes to get here. Right, chain's out, and it's really notchy. Look at that. Just not good. Yeah, it's just horrible. Anyway, I'll show you more. You can if you come around here, Tom, you can see where the chain's been actually literally inside the casing. You see that? You can stick your finger where it is, where it's been rubbing there. Yeah, it's been wearing on there, but we'll get it done. I'll show you more when I put it back together, but at the minute we're just pulling it apart, ready for the new one to come. Hopefully it'll be here this week. So I found the next job. Every time I try and push this in and out, it's alright going out. When I try and bring it back in, it all binds up. So I've looked all round and I cannot find a split link in it. So it's alright going that way, not so bad. But when you come back, the whole thing starts binding up. There you go. Hear it? All the chains. It's because the sprocket, the teeth are bent over. So what I'm going to have to do, I'll just get the grinder out, get one of these links, just grind these bits off, drop this chain off, and we'll have a look at what the sprocket's like. But that way, it's fine. I'm coming back, no good whatsoever. Right, I'm going to get the grinder out and get rid of this chain. Well, that's it. The chain is off, and I don't know if you can see how, you know, look, there's a broken tooth here, how pulled round them are. They're completely knackered. I'll whip the front cover off, and there you go, that one. Another broken one here, and they're all rounded off, all rounded. So we'll have that off, ready for when we get a new chain and sprocket set. Right, I suppose that's the front sprocket off. I suppose the next job is take this back wheel out, get this sprocket off. I've lubed it all down. Hopefully it should come apart on the sprocket. So we'll have the pin out. Already disconnected the brake again. It'll give me a chance to service this back wheel a bit. So I'll get this bolt undone, draw the pin out, drop the wheel out. Well, a couple of minutes later, wheel's out. brakes don't look too bad. Some meat left on them. Just want a quick service, so we can do that, and we'll get that wheel up in the vice and see if we can get the sprocket off it. So now I've got it up in the vice, you might be able to see how bad these teeth are, if it'll focus. Yeah, and how much they're leaning over. The only thing is it's focusing behind. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely seen better days. I mean, my sprockets used to end up like that on my one because I was wheeling it all the while, and you soon go through your sprockets. Anyway, let me get the other 4 of these bolts out. Right, put the back wheel in just for now so we're mobile. So that's running really free. Nice. I found my next job. Brake cable's turned up, so we'll drop the new brake cable in so we have some brake. That shouldn't take too long. We'll get that together, and that's another job crossed off for the list for a minute. Right, that couple of minute job of putting the brake cable on, as you can see, it's far too short. Now, I've had this all apart, I've had the wheel out, I've checked everything, all the alignments are right. As you can see, it's at least 2 inches too short. It really, really pisses me off when I buy parts and they're wrong. So I had this blinding flash of inspiration. So I've looked at Tommy's bike, which is a 125, and it'll fit perfectly on that, but not the 250. So they've sent me a 125, not a 250. Fucks me off so much. Right, just check the bag. Here's the bag it come in, front cable, blah blah blah. Checked it here. Says front brake cable, Honda XL125, MX125, XL185, MTX200, XL500. Doesn't even mention a 250. Yet the 250 should be exactly the same as the 500. But no, it does not fit, and I'm well pissed off about it. Well, after me rant of parts that come wrong all the bloody while, right, I've been to see the man for all the fixings, and I've had a bit of a stock up, so that'll help us out on these builds. I've even got some number plate screws for me XL125 that have just got registered. Right, I'm going to wrap this one up, and on the next video we'll start putting this back together. So thanks to the new subscribers, keep watching. There's a lot more to do on these two XLs we're doing. What do you say, Tom?
I say you're making good progress.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Waiting for parts, aren't we?
Just parts are holding us all up. Chain and sprockets ordered. What else? Choke cables ordered. We'll see what they send us. Right, I'm Dan, I'm John.